This might get weird.
And we're recording.
I believe we are. Yes.
Hey, Grace Helbig.
Hey, Mamrie Hart. Cheers.
Cheers. How you doing, lady? On
I'm
this
good.
fucking flood, tsunami, crazy rain we're having in Los Angeles.
Yeah, the apocalypse is truly happening.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's, but
I
think
thought it'd be warmer.
I think it's also just the universe mourning the loss of the Rams at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'm a jock now. Did you know?
I
I'm
mean,
a full jock.
Well, I know that everyone fucking hates the Patriots.
Well, that is the thing. They always win. And they make it seem too easy.
Well,
but they also lost to the Eagles last year, so that was an incorrect statement that I just made.
There's also Deflategate. That was a big thing, and they got away with it. Is this a real thing?
Okay, so I talked to my brother and his boyfriend were celebrating their 7-year anniversary, and they came to Palm Springs and they stayed at our house down there for the weekend, and it was like the perfect timing because then Elliot and I went down and watched the Super Bowl with them, and I asked them the same question. I was like, Deflategate seems like that was just straight up cheating,
right?
In open air. And how did
he open less air?
in some open deflated air. How is he just back in like our good regards now? Like how is he still an angel sent from heaven to people from Boston?
Couple of things.
Yeah,
I don't know anything.
Yeah,
that's the first thing. Second of all, because Deflategate. Would he have actually been responsible for deflating the ball? Or, you know what I mean? Or did he just throw it and he didn't know it was deflated?
We are not the right people to have this commentary right now.
I love that we're turning this into like a Shane Dawson conspiracy theory about a sports controversy that happened years ago.
Yeah, we just became Sports Center, like the crappiest version of it for half a second.
Oh my God.
It was the most unimpressive game. And I feel odd having a strong opinion about football.
Well, he wears MAGA hats.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. He's like friends with Trump. And he's married to Giselle.
Yeah. And I was waiting for them to cut away to Giselle the whole time. They didn't cut away till like the third quarter.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, she clearly was somewhere. She was late to the game. And that's why they didn't get her on camera. Also, the Maroon 5 halftime show was weak.
Here's the deal Well, I'll get to my Super Bowl in a minute, but
yeah.
I only watched it with no volume.
You did it right.
Yes. Okay.
It was not good. His voice was like...
Was it... The performance wasn't good?
His voice was strained. Me and my brother and his boyfriend and Elliot were all like, is he sick? Or is he nervous? Like something seems... I've never seen Maroon 5 perform live ever.
No.
But...
You've never seen the 5 live?
I've never seen the 5 live. I've never seen M5 live. But Adam Levine...
Have you ever seen live open for M5 live?
Soon, hopefully. He just seemed off. Like something seemed off about it. It was so confusing to watch. They also had this giant M-shaped stage, and it didn't seem like he moved anywhere else other than just the center part of it. That you're like, why aren't you
utilizing it?
Yeah.
I guess at least they didn't do something super corny like have a hologram of the Jackson 5 with Maroon 5 and like 5 on 5 like this love has ABC. Damn, I need to actually mix that remix.
I was like,
BRB.
You should be the marketing team for Maroon 5. I feel like a lot of their collaborators that they've like worked with in the past passed on doing the Super Bowl, and so all that was left was Big Boy and
see, but I fucking love Big Boy.
He was the saving grace of the whole halftime show.
Like Outkast reunited at Coachella a couple years ago, which I didn't go to because I don't support Coachella because the owner of it is a terrible person.
Yep, but if you want to rent out our property in Palm Springs during that festival weekend, we would gladly appreciate it.
Bring it on. But if they had Outkast as the halftime show,
everyone was like, "Why did
I bet
Andre?"
They've offered it, and Andre doesn't want it.
I think he passed. I know Cardi B passed because she was like, "I want my own show. I'm not going to be a featured act."
And because she was like, "I support Kaepernick." She has a quote saying, yes. "I gave up a lot of money, but he gave up his career." So like. There's a lot. Anyway, I watched on silent because I did the best thing.
I asked you, I texted you and I was like, by the way, I'm going down to Palm Springs. My brother and his boyfriend are in town and they said like, let's watch the Super Bowl if you would like to join. And you had other plans.
We decided, if you have not seen my Instagram, that we were going to go bowling.
It's perfect.
It was going to be our Super Bowl. And in our heads, it was like, we don't give a fuck about the Super Bowl. Who cares? But when we got to the bowling alley, It was only like half full. The
Perfect.
bar was pretty empty, and they have a pretty big bar at that bowling alley. And they literally
in Glendale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every other screen was on the Super Bowl. So when you're facing the lanes, it's your score, Super Bowl, someone else's score. So every lane has a TV. It's the perfect scenario. It was, but watching the halftime show, it was so weird because I felt like every time I got up to bowl and I came back to look at the score, Adam Levine had lost an article of clothing.
Oh, that was the biggest
Nipplegate.
thing. Yeah. So that was the biggest thing is Tim and his boyfriend were like, he shouldn't be wearing clothes. And then he would take his jacket off. And he basically did the longest striptease of all time. But they got so, at one point I looked over and they both looked like actual cartoon characters, just both mouths agape looking at him when he took his tank top off.
Like, what a hunk.
But also the most confusing tattoos I've ever seen on a person. He just had California written in a weird font completely across his chest.
Doesn't that reveal that you're pulling for the Rams? And isn't a halftime show supposed to be
neutral?
Yes.
Very true. Very true.
Absolutely. And then he turns around and he has like Tom Brady on his back. Yeah, it looked so silly, and I love all the.
But you went so bowling was great. Were people in the bowling alley actually trying to watch the game at the same time?
No, they were trying to just like hang out with their family, and I went to get a drink from the bar, and that's the only time someone beside me, some guy sits down all grizzled, and he just goes, "What a boring fucking game," and I go, "Yeah, it's pretty boring." And then he goes, "Ugh, who cares about football in today's climate?" And I was like, "Goodbye." I was like, not getting sucked into this.
No, this is not a me conversation.
No, but it was the perfect place, to the point where Chip and I said, we were like, next year, let's rent 3 or 4 lanes and have a Super Bowl party at the bowling alley.
That's genius.
Because then you get to hang out with all your friends, feel like you're doing something for Super Bowl. But like, if you don't care about it, you bowl more. And if people do care about it, they watch more.
Well, that's after the Maroon 5, like very limptic sort of halftime show. We were all a little disappointed, and I pulled out my laptop so that we could all watch the Beyonce Bruno Mars
God,
which was technically the Coldplay halftime show.
It was the Coldplay halftime.
But the first time I saw that halftime show was in a Benihana in Minneapolis on book tour.
Of course.
And Diana and I were sitting, and she had never been to a Benihana before, and then we just look up and we saw Beyonce doing Formation, and we were just like, that came out yesterday, and she's so confident that she knows everyone knows it.
That's what I was just gonna say. She had released it for like 24 fucking hours, and she's like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do for the most watched thing on television.
Yeah, so we watched that after the Maroon 5 halftime show just to like build our spirits back up.
Was the poor chef at Benihana like trying to do the onion volcano, and y'all are like, not now, onion volcano.
Yeah, basically.
Beyonce's on TV.
I was like, this can't compete. These are equally
entertaining for sure. Just as hot and spicy.
I need one then the other. I can't watch them both at the same time.
Have you seen the pictures people are tweeting of Adam Levine's awful tank top is the same print as their curtains and throw pillows?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's incredible. You remember that? Like, it was like squares.
Yeah.
And it made like his body is
weird.
toit. His body is so toy, and he looks like a dad bod in it.
Yeah, it was so confusing.
His optical illusion.
It was a magic eye.
It was like an MC Escher drawing to make him look like he had a belly. But people are putting up, like, holding up their came with the couch fucking throw pillows to the TV and their curtains, and it's the same material. It's so great.
Those are the moments in which I truly love the internet when that happens. Oh, it's so good.
Well,
I also went bowling this weekend.
Okay, how did you do? I was on fucking fire.
Yeah, no, I was drunk enough that when I hit the sweet spot of being kind of drunk, I just dial in, and I'm very good at bowling. But then the next game I'll be like gutter the whole time. So it was a mix. But the best part, so we went down to the Morongo Casino on the way down to Palm Springs as a means to like get closer to Palm Springs, but let my brother and his boyfriend like celebrate their anniversary and like have the place to themselves. So we stopped there.
Plus, you love hot slots.
Love hot slots. Turns out, love hot slots. Turns out the Morongo, not a fun casino.
Really?
It's literally like the size of this room is the actual gambling floor. And we were in the minority because we were the only ones not wearing surgical masks walking around.
They have. I think that casino is more used for its convention center.
Yes. We realized that immediately, and so they have a bowling alley adjacent to the casino. So we opted instead to go to the bowling alley, which, like what you experienced, was completely empty.
Love it.
Except for a couple, like there was a wonderful group of women that I think were like all sort of in like a throuple in some way, and they were just like living their best lives. And then there was this group of like complete fratty dude bros. Like we were in this weird sandwich of like both ends of the spectrum that I was like, this is pretty great. But also the like fratty dude bros made me nervous at first, because I was like, oh, are they just like drunk and like is this gonna be a weird thing?
Yeah.
But then at one point we look over, because it's like they call last call because the bowling alley closes before the casino, and then they're like, you have like 10 minutes left to bowl. And I guess these guys, this is their like
tradition.
This is where they go. This is where they hang out.
They're Morongo locals.
They're locals. Yeah. And so then all of a sudden we look over, and 4 of the guys have stacked themselves up behind each other in what looks like a static conga line. And the guy, I guess the one friend, he has a reputation of doing this a lot, where he's
that guy.
Yeah. In the past, the most people that he's bowled a strike through the legs of, basically they stood at the front of the lane, all like lined up.
Made a tunnel, a leg tunnel.
And he's like, 3 has been my max. And then I was like,
you better go for 4.
Go. And
did you volunteer as 4th?
Yeah, no, I didn't. But he had 4 friends, so he's like, I'm going for a new record for my like PR. And so yeah, and then I looked over it, I filmed it, and I was like, this is perfect. These people are perfect. I don't know why I had any weird hesitation about them. He bowled a strike. He loved it, and then he was like, did you get a better angle on that? And then I had to text him the video that I took of it.
I love it.
And then I immediately blocked his number because I got very scared.
Yeah, no, fuck that. You do not want to get involved with a Morongo local.
Yeah,
no offense, Morongo people.
Morongo
Cabazon.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Grease 2?
No. What happens in Grease 2? Does Sandy come back again?
No.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, I like Grease 2 better than Grease 1. And that is a highly controversial opinion.
Wow. Are they still in high school?
No. So it's none of the same cast except for the one who's in cosmetology school. She has to go back. Pinky.
Yeah.
Pinky goes back to school. What happens is,
because she was a beauty school dropout.
Yes, and now she's got to get.
And now she's
going back to learn her tinting or whatever. So it starts, and it's like the pink ladies are badass.
Yeah,
and Michelle Pfeiffer is the head of it.
Wait, she's the new love interest?
She's the lead. She's a character on Grease 2.
What year did this come out?
Like 80 something.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's all cool, and then all of a sudden this like nerdy fucking dweeb who's hot gets off the school bus, and Pinky comes to meet him, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so glad you're here. Sandy told me her cousin. So he's an exchange student from Australia. And so the whole plot of the movie is that he falls in love with Michelle Pfeiffer, but she's a badass. She's dating a T-Bird. And so he buys a motorcycle, learns how to drive it, and becomes this like masked figure called Cool Rider. Where the whole school is like, ooh, who's that guy? He's so cool. And so the whole plot is like, she thinks he's a dweeb, but then like she doesn't know that secretly this guy she's falling in love with and riding on the back of the motorcycle with is him.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, she has this great song called Cool Rider. And
wasn't that a TV show? Or no, Easy Rider. No,
that was Easy Rider, and then there was Ghost Rider.
That was Nick Cage's. That talks?
That Kit. That's
with what's his face from?
Yeah. Is that Easy Rider? No, Easy Rider's the
car that talks to
I know
the Baywatch guy, David Hasselhoff.
Kit the car. That Knight Rider.
Knight Rider. Okay. Wow. So there's been a whole
lineage. There's been a lot of riders. There's been a lot of riders.
Oh, let's talk about Rider Strong in a second.
Right. And when they go on tour, what's on their rider? But Cool Rider, she's like, ooh, I want a Cool Rider, and she's like all like sexy about it. And the first time I got drunk, in high school was with my sister and her friends, and I got drunk enough that she had me get on a table and sing Cool Rider to like all the seniors when I was like summer before my sophomore year.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What
so
initiation.
Cool Rider has a special place in my heart. Anyway, there's a really great scene in it where they all go bowling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the bowling balls are plastic because they're all like dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that move that Morongo local had reminded me of some choreography from We're Gonna Score Tonight from Grease 2.
Amazing. Well, okay. Here's my main story for this week's episode.
And then I've got some things to complain about.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay.
So on the way down to the Morongo. We left at the worst time of day on a Friday, so it took us like 3 hours to get down there. So I had to pee, so we stopped off at just a random stop and found a bar that we're like, oh, let's just grab a drink. Let's like hang for a second.
Shocked.
Like we've been in the car for an hour and a half. Yeah. What a derailing of what we would normally do. So we go in there, and I just want to preface, we were in this bar for less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
And this is what happened in that bar.
Okay.
At us.
What kind of like exit are we talking about, and what kind of bar?
We're talking about like a Covina-esque kind of place.
Like a suburb.
And it's like it's the one like non-chain like just dive bar that everyone's in. Like all the locals are
amongst
in there.
the Paneras and the Bed Bath and Beyond.
Basically, it's in the shopping center next to Skater Bros.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's got prime real estate.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, this is a bar and grill, you know.
It's not at Chili's.
No, that's immediately off of the exit. Like, let's just go there and pee and just like settle for a second. So I'm wearing a sweatshirt, a yellow sweatshirt that has like a collar. I just bought it at Zara. And
very Grace Helbig.
Very Grace Helbig.
That's your like fancy meeting sweatshirt, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a fancy sweatshirt. And I come out of the bathroom, and Elliot's sitting at the bar, and he ordered us. We were like, let's just do a shot and then get back on the road. And so we're gonna like get
Don't
in
drink
and
drive, kids.
Don't drink and drive.
Jesus.
And so we're literally just like in and out of this bar. In our theory, is what's gonna happen. And then this guy is sitting like just across the corner from us, and he compliments my sweatshirt. He's like, "Oh my God, I've never seen a sweatshirt with a collar like that. That's amazing." And I was like, cool, thanks, guy. Like, thanks, man. And he's like probably in his late 30s, and we're just kind of like trying to keep to ourselves. And then he goes, I have a girlfriend, by the way. I'm like not hitting on you at all. Like, she's outside talking to like some people. I was like, cool. Yeah,
we're fine.
Yeah,
I'm sitting beside a male
next to a guy that I'm clearly in this bar with. Like,
yeah,
you're good, dude. And then he just continues to like talk at us. Like, we are not asking him a single question. He tells us he was asking us about like where we're from. We said Los Angeles, and like what we're doing. We said we're going to the Morongo. He said he celebrated his 21st birthday there.
Nice.
And we were like, oh, okay, what should we do? We've never been there before. Like, what do they have any certain games? Is there a bingo hall? Like, tell me everything. And he was like, you need cocaine and hookers. And we were like, ha ha ha, la la la. Yeah, okay, don't worry. Those are already, we accounted for those already. We already did that. Check those boxes off. And then he literally goes to Elliot, step into my office. And
what?
Yeah. And I was like, what's going on? And so he and I switched seats. So he's next to this guy. This guy whispers in his ear for a second. And then Elliot comes back over and he goes, this man wants to sell us cocaine for $60. And I was like, no. And he's like, I know, I'm just doing this for face value with this
show
man.
That I have brought you the offer.
And I was like, and he's like, we're good, man. We're good. Thanks so much. Then his girlfriend comes in from outside and he starts saying, he's like, look, girl, whatever her name was, like Megan or something. And he was like, look at her sweatshirt, babe. Isn't that so pretty? Like, look at this sweatshirt. And she could give a shit.
Yeah.
And literally goes, it's just clothing. I'm sitting there shrugging my shoulders going, I don't know what's happening. Then,
oh my God.
Then she leaves, goes back outside. She's trying to get him to come outside.
She's outside selling coke.
Who knows?
Coochie.
Who knows? It was, again, this has
Coke
been
and poke.
This has been
that would be my special. I was a coke dealing hooker. Sorry, sex worker.
This is 3 minutes into the conversation. This happens.
My God.
She goes back outside. She kind of like looks at me. She's like slamming a beer and like
she hates you.
I was like, I did not invite this at all to myself. Then she goes back outside. Then he starts to tell us that they've been together for 3 years. They're quote engaged. He asked super drunk, so they're not technically engaged apparently. And then he starts going off. I have no idea how this tangent in his brain happened, but he said that they have crazy sex.
Oh my God.
That he came in her face once.
Oh my God.
And he felt terrible. He thought it was degrading. We have not said a single word.
Except, no, sir, we don't want your cocaine. And thank you that you like my shirt.
And then he said, the one time he did it, it ricocheted back in his own eye.
Oh my
He basically told us that he
came in his own face.
He came in his own face. And that's the thing that made him feel empathy for coming on his girlfriend's face.
Oh.
We were just like, can we settle up, please?
Mozzarella sticks
couldn't. And then he went on to tell us he also went on to say that he used to work on Blog TV years ago because he was like, what do you guys do? And I usually say like event planner or whatever when I don't want to talk about
something vague.
And so I was just like, we do comedy. And then he was like, oh yeah, I used to do YouTube stuff. Do you know like Phil DeFranco or Shay Carl?
No.
And we both went, no. Who are they?
So then did he go into it?
Yeah, and he went into it and it was very fun. But this is immediately after he told us he came in his own face.
So this is the source. You were like, let's get some hot gossip from a guy.
I couldn't, but this is 5 minutes of being in this bar.
What if at the end he went, well, nice to meet you. I'm Rick O'Shea.
But no, he told us that he used to do Blog TV and that he would
I don't even know that's a thing.
Years and years and years before like YouTube stuff, and that he used to do like a flirting thing so people would drive to have sex with him is what he told us as well.
What exit did you say this was?
This man was... we were just echo chambers for him to scream into the void.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, that's what a bar is people just needing to say things out loud and not doing it at therapy.
Yeah, and so I've learned my lesson on wearing a fancy sweatshirt to a bar off of the 210 or
Don't
whatever.
put a collar on a sweatshirt. You're going to hear about cum stories.
Oh, man.
And with that, let's cut to a homemade Patreon ad.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
Oh, hi, Grace Helbig here, interrupting what was probably a hilarious anecdote during the podcast to let you know about the This Might Get Weird Patreon. Did you know we have one? Because we do. It's patreon.com/This Might Get Weird. And currently there are over 1,000 of you already participating and building this beautiful, wonderful, weird community that we could not be more excited about. So if you didn't know, please go over and check it out. You get exclusive content. I'm talking embarrassing photos. I'm talking salacious videos. I'm talking random, weird Google search images that, Mamrie and I can't not share because it's just part of who we are. Also, you guys get to meet each other. You've been creating, like I said, this insanely wonderful, cool community. You have drinking games based on the podcast. You have inside jokes that we don't even know about and make us feel a little vulnerable, but also we're very appreciative of it. So again, go over to patreon.com/This Might Get Weird and, get weird with us.
Wow. What a commercial.
Wow. If you're not on our Patreon, I don't know what you're doing. You're wasting your own time.
Fucking A.
Yeah. Okay, what you got?
Well, I just had these. I mean, it's not going to top good old Shooter McGee.
Yeah,
Ricochet.
Yeah, he's a soft shooter.
Oh, man. No, I just had a hell of a fucking day yesterday.
What happened?
I was being all productive. I was excited. I wrote a bunch. I got up and went to a coffee shop early and wrote, and then I worked out and I went and got groceries and
you had a very healthy, balanced day.
I was doing it, and then I realized there was I needed a bunch of basil, and they didn't, and they were out at one Trader Joe's. So I was driving to go pick up some from this Whole Foods in Silver Lake, which has the most annoying parking lot.
I hate it. I avoid it at all costs.
Yeah.
365?
365.
Yeah.
I would say it is the worst parking lot.
It is infinitely terrible.
Terrible. So I'm driving around the corner to get it. All of a sudden, I'm in my little Fiat, which is basically, it's the size and color of a pistachio.
Yeah.
I'm driving and I hit the biggest fucking pothole and realize my tire just exploded.
That's my biggest fear.
I've never had a flat tire.
Me either.
This is my first flat tire. And I felt the big bump, and I was like, oh, fuck. That might have fucked my bumper. And then I feel the car driving weird. And then I realized, I'm driving on the rim. It exploded my fucking tire. I'm like,
fuck.
What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? So I'm driving. So the first place to pull in is 365.
Yeah.
Is this Whole Foods? And I'm like, oh, fuck. Is this a flat tire? Is this what it feels like? I've always wondered. I pull in. I go to the first spot. Immediately realize it's a 20-minute parking spot.
Oh, fuck,
I get out and it's completely flat. And
what do you do? I think I have AAA, but I don't
my
know.
boyfriend.
No, that's exactly. I'd be like, Dad, help.
I called him. He's like, he was like, I could walk you through changing it, but to quote Chip Morgan, sorry to throw you in the bus. He goes, Well, I mean, I could walk you through it, but knowing your skill set, I would just. I was like, wow. And it's very true. So I can't even argue or be mad. So I do have AAA. I'm a 5-year loyal customer. It has saved my fucking ass.
Yeah.
Because my other car's been towed a million times because it's fucking 45 years old.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I call AAA. They send out a person. So I'm waiting like 30 minutes.
And you're in a 20-minute parking spot?
And then so they come and the guy looks all through. My car didn't come with a spare tire or a jack. There's literally an empty area where it should be.
Whoa.
I got my car brand new.
Right. So what happens?
Hiya, Baba. What happens? So then he's like, you got to call a tow truck to take it to a place to get a new tire. Like, you know, and
to take it back to like the dealership?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Or a dealership to get a tire. But meanwhile, this is all in the pouring fucking rain. It's been raining for 5 days. These guys are not stoked.
And in the most hipster pretentious parking lot that's ever existed.
Exactly. And so I know it's just like cool members of Haim walking by. And so
it's Kings of Leon just loading up some kale into their car.
And so, yeah, exactly. And so finally I wait another 45 minutes. At this point I've been here like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Another 45 minutes. He finally comes. It's pouring rain. He's like, I can't even get in this parking lot.
Oh no.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah.
And so basically he has to go around to the alleyway behind it, and I have to slowly drive my car on its rim out of the parking lot again, amongst the Leons, against the Hames, and be that girl who like a guy was like, your tire's flat. I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. Like,
I'm working on it.
Looking like such a fucking putz.
So then what happens then? They just tow it to like a dealership and they fix it?
He towed it to a dealership in Glendale, and I didn't want to go with him. I had bags of groceries.
Yeah.
So I called ahead and I basically wrote down my name and number and gave it to him to give to the dealer, who was his friend, and was like, we'll call you. I still haven't called them. For all I know, my car might be stolen.
Well, that's what happened to me one time. You're not going to believe this.
No.
You know, the fob, the thing that like opens, unlocks your car.
I've lost one on my too.
I drove off with it on my roof one time.
Yep.
And so I was like,
done that with my cell phone.
Yeah. Yes, you have. Mm-hmm. I was like, how am I able to continue driving? Like, and I got into a CVS parking lot. And I went in to buy something at CVS and went back to my car, and it had locked itself because the fob wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I realized, oh my God, I don't have my keys in this car.
Wait, because you need the key to start it. It started because it was on the roof?
It was on the roof. And then
it stayed on?
And it stayed
on.
Oh
my God.
The whole time. And then as soon as I turned the engine off, it locked itself because it's in security mode. And so I just sat there in the CVS parking lot going, literally same thing. What do I do? And I called my boyfriend at the time, and it was just like, this just happened. What do I do? He's like, you have to call like a tow truck. So I called an Uber to go back home because I was like, my car at least is in this parking lot and is locked, so it's safe for a second.
Yeah.
So I called an Uber, went home, called a tow truck, and I was like, this is the make and model of the car. This is like...
You didn't stay there with it?
Well, they told me that they'd be able to like go and just like get it and bring it back. Because I was like, here's the address it needs to be towed to, because I need to go now call the dealership and order a new like key for this car. And then the guy called me. He's like, I don't know what car you have. So I had to Uber back down to the CVS and show him the car and be like, it's this one. And it was like this giant tow truck in a crowded parking lot, and me just going like feeling so full of shame the entire time. And then I had to sit in the driver's seat with him and drive up to my house.
Well, that's why I called the dealership, and I was like, I don't want to ride there. Like I have things melting right now in this car for an hour and a half. But that is interesting though, that you could get a car towed without being there, because obviously it's expensive to tow a car, but that could be a great prank.
Well, yeah.
Did you get your friend's car towed?
There we go. Hannah, look out. Be careful.
Yeah, we about to get towed up in this bitch.
Oh, my battery's a little wonky. We'll see if...
Okay, we'll see if it...
And it just turned off.
And it just turned off. Hold, please, while we switch the battery for the taped version of this podcast, which, by the way, thanks for listening to this podcast. But also, if you did not know, starting last week, we started taping this podcast. And so you can go watch it on YouTube at youtube.com/thismightget. Not weird, just this might get. Anyway, it was a fucking doozy. The night before, I had an allergic reaction.
To what?
Well, first of all, I was going to say, you and I should do one of those allergy kits because now they make them at home. I'm really nervous to prick my own finger, but yes, they have one now where you'd like do it like 23andMe. You prick your finger and do it and then send it in.
That seems kind of
dangerous. Scary, but cool.
Yeah, like kind of
scary, but cool.
It feels like a dare.
Let's do it and we'll read our results out loud on the podcast.
Honestly, I did, because you and I share the same sort of sense of random allergies where all of a sudden we'll just have like full, like you say, topographical maps of like hives just on your body.
Red as fuck. I was sitting there eating like carry out. I'm British now. To go food with Chip, and we had this like roasted cauliflower, and I think it's from I dipped it in like a habanero sauce. And I just look at Chip and I go, my face is real tingly.
Yeah.
Like I felt like a wave of tingles go over me, and then I turned on the light and I was just splotches McGee.
Oh, I hate that.
Which is fine because we were at home. But
yeah, I get it on my chest. I'll feel it on my face and like on my cheeks, and then I'll look at my chest and my shoulders and be like, oh, okay, so something didn't agree with the rest of my body and how it works.
But yeah, we need to pinpoint that shit.
We need to literally put a pin in it.
Put a pin in our finger.
Okay, what else are you ranting about?
Well, this is a news story that caught my attention this morning.
Please.
Universal Orlando now has a butt naked troll that farts glitter at guests. So from the hit movie Trolls, they have trolls that walk around their park. But now there is one. Let me double check his name.
Can you read that headline one more time?
No problem. Okay. Universal Orlando now has a butt naked troll that farts glitter at guests. There is a troll from the Troll movie,
right?
That is named Guy Diamond, and I guess
that sounds like an American Gladiator.
Totally, or like someone that Kelly flirted with, and Zach got like nervous.
Saved by the Bell, yeah.
He was like guest star role. But apparently, in the movie, he laughs and sharts glitter.
Okay.
So now they've brought
it to life.
He does meet and greets with other trolls, Branch and Poppy, and at one point he turns around and he farts, and a little poof of glitter comes out of his bare troll butthole.
Is there video footage of this?
There is. You can look it up. It's kind of.
Is it tasteful?
Yeah, I mean. I'll try to skip forward to it. It's not that exciting. I was hoping the shart would be more powerful. Like I was hoping there'd be some glitter in some kids' faces, like from a troll's butthole. But it just got me thinking, like, what are they doing to my beloved toy from the 80s?
Trolls. I know you and Hannah made that video that is iconic of you dressed as treasure trolls.
Well, because I collected trolls.
Me too.
I loved them.
I had a couple of them, and then my brother and I had like the bigger size one.
Yes.
And it had orange hair. It looked like fire.
Yes.
And I was kind of scared of it, but I was also like, this is a treasure troll.
Okay, I had a bunch of little ones and some medium-sized ones, but then I had a mechanical one.
Oh no,
that I was also scared of. Its name was Pee-wee. Okay. And I think Pee-wee is the name it came with, which is even creepier.
Yeah.
But it was a baby troll. So he had like one little tuft of hair and he would crawl and then like fall and then like laugh and get back up. And he crawled like the fucking baby on the ceiling of Train Spotting. And Pee-wee was so creepy. Like I didn't want him looking at me when I fell asleep. But I was also like, I chose to have this troll. What am I going to do? Abandon this baby? Like I felt too bad to get rid of Pee-wee.
Your maternal instincts were already kicking in when you were 7 years old.
Oh God, this fucking troll is creepy as shit.
Oh my God.
But now they have them farting glitter. And so I feel like the next time we go to Orlando for anything, we need to get like, we need to get basically ricocheted.
I want to be
with Guy Diamond's farts.
This is the only time I want to be crop dusted.
Absolutely. I'll be like, now I'm ready to go to the club. My face is covered in glitter.
Now that we had to catch a makeover via your butthole. Thank you.
Thank you, Guy Diamond.
I love
Jeffree Star who?
Jeffree is quaking.
So I'm hoping that the sharding troll makes its way out to Universal Hollywood.
I was gonna say, are they like doing a test run in Orlando to see how it goes? Or whether they should bring it out here?
Because let's be real, Orlando's going to be less classy than Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
right.
That's the one thing I'm really excited for are the. Did you finish Catwalk?
I did. It was fantastic.
Isn't it Ooh La La?
I mean, okay.
I love the
I posted.
judge. The judge that
goes, I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps. I've been doing this for 20 something years. I have goosebumps.
I loved him so much.
I feel like you should be that judge for Halloween and just carry just like a big orange puff. Just I have goosebumps.
Well, I also, the guy that was like one of the main judges that gets interviewed with like his wife, apparently, find out later, because I was like, are they fraternal twins?
Yes.
Like, what's going on? But he looks like David the Gnome to me. And
Speaking of trolls,
it's all on brand.
big influence.
The fact that she got into she got into judging because he was a judge, and she's like, their whole
La la.
oh la la, I know. And then the one cat that they introduced later that I thought was going to be the upset, was going to come from behind and win. That storyline was a little like upsetting.
If you guys haven't seen Catwalk, check it out before we keep talking about it. But speaking of, since watching it, and Grace and I have talked about it, look at the open tab on my window.
Oh, it's
Malibu Cat Show in February. I immediately started looking up pet shows.
Same.
Texted Grace like after I watched it, or maybe the night of, and said San Diego dog competition, all toy, like all tinies one day, and she'd already looked that motherfucker up.
Yeah, and then you were like, "There's a cat competition in Glendale." I was like, I know of this, and I want to go to this. So
I'm gonna have to be like the people at Morongo. I'm gonna have to put on one of those like facial masks,
surgical mask,
or we're gonna have to find out truly what all my allergies are.
Yeah, we'll find out there for sure.
I got plenty of Benadryl from the other night, so we're set for the Glendale Cat Show.
I want to go so bad, and not in any way of disregarding like the sanctity of this competition. I really am so fascinated and supportive of this whole genre of animal exploitation.
I love it. Oh, speaking of animals,
yes,
I did grab a next door app.
Ooh, oh yeah.
It's not too crazy, but I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
So there was one that it's pictures of 2 guinea pigs.
Okay.
Again, scary. It says it says they did a typo and it says guide pigs need home. And so first I was like, there's motherfucking guide guinea pigs? Like, can you imagine seeing a blind person walking down the street being led by a guinea pig on a leash? I was like, that's a pretty interesting typo.
I would love.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
So it's not a guide pig.
Okay.
But it says, we're trying to find a home for our loving 2 guinea pigs. We tried to keep our dog away from them. They're just not going to.
Okay.
It's not going to accept them. If you're interested, please contact me. And then someone was like, you should contact this like guinea pig shelter. Like there's literally one called like the Guinea Pig Rescue of LA. Mm-hmm. And then the response was, I contacted them. They have a 7-month wait list. What is this guinea pig epidemic up in our city? Like really? Truly, like a 7-month wait list to get your guinea pig rescued?
How?
Was there a boom in guinea pig ownership and now regret?
I mean, guinea pigs do mate frequently.
Oh, so you think there was a boom in guinea pig babies?
I think they got a little excited with each other. And perhaps things happened and went down. But also, how much space do you need for a guinea pig?
Not much. I mean, I feel like, especially if you can train them on a leash.
Yeah.
But I understand that because they were like, our dog is going to kill these guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to coexist. We tried.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, 7-month wait list. Like, are we going to start having wild guinneas?
I mean, your fence is fixed, unfortunately, now, so
Beans
won't get to like have a showdown.
Was a guinea pig. Have you ever seen a hairless guinea pig?
No.
Oh,
they exist?
My fucking God. Grace Helbig.
Wait, I didn't
I
didn't know this was a possibility.
You guys listening right now, don't look.
Okay.
You guys listening right now, Google hairless guinea pig.
Okay,
Grace,
we're gonna experience it together.
They look like hippos.
Oh, that's not real.
No, they absolutely are. I follow this guy. I follow you guys, Ludwig the guinea pig on Instagram. He always looks shocked.
Why does he look? He has tensions.
They dress him up in sweaters. They put him in tubs. Look, there he is eating broccoli.
Oh my God!
Look up hairless guinea pig, but specifically,
he looks like a tube sock,
right? But specifically, hairless black guinea pigs look like tiny hippos.
They do. Holy
And like I fucking hate rodents, but like they get.
This is cute.
If I knew what it was when I entered the room, I'd be like, I can deal. If I saw it scurry across my floor,
in a blurry little...
I'd kill it in a fiery blaze. I'd light my house on fire and it'd go down with it. But
just pour the gasoline. That I had no idea that existed in the universe, so I can't wait. Oh, there's a woman that I follow, or I did, I think I unfollowed, named Lady Pigford, and she's British, and she's got a bunch of guinea pigs that she either like but she also just started getting mean to them at some point.
What the fuck?
Calling them kind of like idiots, but like it was funny for a second, then I was like, oh no, this is now just a lot. But it's pretty great. I went down a rabbit hole of guinea pig.
Shout out to her.
Yeah,
guinea pig.
Yeah, Lady Pigford.
If you guys are into guinea pigs, you found the right podcast today. Buddy.
Get ready. If you're interested in Gus, Cecil, or Rupert, go follow Lady Pigford.
Do it. And go adopt those guinea pigs that are in shelters in LA and start an Instagram account because they are so hot right now.
Oh my God. I mean, speaking of pigs, there was on my next door app, I don't know if I talked about this last week. There was a pig loose in the neighborhood.
There was a pig loose in my neighborhood.
I literally was going to text you and be like, did Priscilla get out?
It's Penelope, but yes. There was a pig loose in my neighborhood too.
Yeah, and then there was a full like thread of conversation of everyone being like, hey, what's the pig update? Has the pig gotten back in? Have we figured out where the pig lives?
Have we named the pig? What's up with the pig? Oh, okay. I will close this with one other bitch session.
Please.
Sorry that this week I'm just like flat tires, habaneros.
It happens. It's not all like rainbows and butt glitter.
Oh, but God bless. We got to go get that. We got to get that facial.
I want it.
Oh, what? Oh, here it is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you know that I love Words with Friends.
Of course, yeah. I can't play with you and Hannah because I think it's going to actually affect our friendship.
No, but like I won't judge you about it. But here's the deal: is I love Words with Friends, and mainly I just play with Chip and my brother.
Yeah.
Because it's a fun way to like keep in touch while Dave is in Australia. So mainly play with Chip and my brother, and it depends like if Chip is on set and bored, then he's like cranking them back out like fast, and he's like, check your words with friends, like
in real time. Yeah,
but like if we're busy, we get busy. So I've started playing solo games, which is you play the computer, and you have to beat like a easy level, then another easy, then a medium, then a hard, then a super hard.
Okay,
so now I'm up to super hard level. Motherfuckers are making up words. And I know we say that about Words with Friends. Like sometimes you just put letters up and you see if it says it's a word, and then you send it, and your friend is like, "Oh, really? You knew that 1600s horn used by this specific family in
XE is an actual
Czechoslovakia?"
word?
Yeah, exactly. But this one, he put down a word, and it was the word defy, but DEFI.
That's not a
word. And I was like, "That's not a word," but you can hold down the word, and it shows you the definition.
Okay.
I hold down, and this is the move to beat me, and it says defy is a valid Words with Friend word. Sorry, no definition is available yet. What the fuck, Words with Friends?
You're being taken advantage of by...
That's bullshit.
I mean, I've been saying AI is going to kill us all.
I know, this is the most I've felt.
Yeah, this is a prime example of it's just starting.
We're getting cornered.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. If they're going to make up words and then not have like... actual rules to keep them in place
with enemies.
No, that reminded me of the text that we had with Hannah this week that killed me.
Oh, so yes.
It made me laugh so hard. Mamrie texted on a group chat. Yeah, with the three of us, and she was like, "Anyone want to co-work tomorrow?" And I was like, "I have something in the morning. I can't do it."
This was at 3:00 on a Thursday.
Yeah,
that I sent this
saying, "Hey, tomorrow morning, anyone up for co-working?"
Like going to a coffee shop and sitting across from each other with laptops and occasionally talking.
Yeah. Inspiring each other to get your work done.
Yeah.
And I responded and said I had something to do the next morning, and then 22 hours later, I believe.
Yeah. The next afternoon at 1 p.m.
I feel like it was like 6 p.m.
Hold on. Yeah. Maybe I texted. I want to get the exact.
Because this is the most.
Okay. Hannah just texted us. Oh. Poke. Working lunch. She wants us to do a working lunch. I'm like, hold on. What? Yo. Okay. But hold on. I have to get the exact thing. Okay. Thursday at 5 p.m. I said, hey, 9 a.m. co-write somewhere tomorrow? Grace, immediately, or an hour later. I have a pitch, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Hannah, 3 p.m. the next day. Hello, I'm available for co-working. I said, Hannah, It's literally 22 hours later.
And then she's like, gotta be me.
What? She lives in her own time.
Yeah, she lives in her own dimension where time doesn't exist in the same logical way that exists for the two of us. It killed me. I was like, this is, as much as we literally have to like stop and start our technology because we don't know how to operate it, and that's just like who we are. We can't deny it. This is exactly who Hannah is.
I'm fine with people... Because I know I definitely will respond to a text like 3 days later, but it's usually like an acquaintance or something.
Sure.
But I always say, dude, so sorry. I meant to respond to this and then I forgot and now I just remembered. But not like no time has passed.
Not as if you're responding in real time when it's actually a full day later.
A full fucking, I'm available to co-work. You mean 6 hours after I suggested time of meeting?
Oh,
anyway, you gotta love them.
Loved it.
Well, this has been fun.
Super fun. Thank you guys for listening to this slightly angsty episode of This Might Get Weird.
It's what the rain does to us. It's we're the band Garbage.
We're only happy when it rains.
Do you remember that song?
I guess. Thought you were
Remember
actually having a
that
stroke.
brief moment when everyone in the music industry named themselves Manson?
Oh, God.
Marilyn Manson, Shirley Manson.
I thought you were having a stroke. Oh, also, we'll maybe talk about this more next week. We have the running curiosity that Devin Sawa might listen to our podcast.
I mean, I'm very interested. I'm excited. In the meantime, though, again, go check out our Patreon. Tier start at $5. I'm going to go up there when this comes out. I'm going to put up the picture of my allergic reaction.
Oh, yeah.
The picture of the guinea pigs. Maybe some outtakes from bowling. So, go get that extra content if you want to hang out with us some more.
Hell yeah. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday on This Make
For
It Weird.
it to get weird again.
Perfect.
Yeah.